The pain of losing a child only gets worse with each passing day. This became the nightmarish reality for Aishia Lankford as her daughter Breasia Terrell vanished into thin air. The grim details of this story are far worse than anyone could have imagined. On July 9th, 2020, she would spend the night at the apartment of Henry Earl Dinkins, her half-brother's father. The next morning, Briasia had gone missing. Her disappearance left the residents of Davenport, Iowa, in a state of fear and disbelief. As the hours turned into days, then weeks, the search for Briasia became more exhaustive. Local, state, and federal departments were all involved. For 8 agonizing months, the search continued without any leads. This changed in March 2021. Fishermen would discover human remains in a pond near DeWitt, Iowa.
An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell.
The hope that Briasia would be returned safely turned into despair. Stricken by grief and fueled by a mother's desperate search for answers, the community's outrage grew when Henry Earl Dinkins was identified as a person of interest. As one of the last people to have any contact with Briasia, Henry went in to be interviewed by the police.
Why you looking at me to do my passport? Well, that's what I asked. No, I said I will open it for you. Yeah, but I'm not going to give you my passport. Okay. See. Why are you still watching? I'm not gonna open it then, bro. You know? Okay. Not if you staring at me while I'm trying to get my number.
What I'm doing is I'm making sure that you're not going in and deleting anything. That's what my concern is.
Why would I delete something?
Investigators probed for any inconsistencies in his story. Henry's past as a registered only added to the suspicion. What did he know about Briasia's disappearance? Could he provide any clues that would tell the story of that night? As police collected evidence and conducted searches, the pieces began to form a troubling picture.
So at autopsy, there was a clear gunshot wound that was evident as I was laying out all the bones. That one was in the mandible or the jawbone. There was a clear gunshot wound there. It was round and it has what we call beveling, where on one side of the bone, the opening is larger than the other side of the bone. There's also a clear gunshot wound in one of the scapula, which are bones in the top of the back, the right scapula.
Nearly 50 witnesses were called to testify, including Briasia's younger brother, DL, who had been with her the night she disappeared.
So you were there?
Yes.
You saw your dad shoot Breasia Terrell?
Yes.
Where did he pour the bleach?
By some bushes.
And where were you when this was happening?
In the car.
After a 2-week trial, the verdict was handed down. Henry Earl Dinkins was found guilty on both counts of first-degree murder and kidnapping. In an emotional statement, Briasia's mother, Aishia Lankford, confronted Dinkins about her daughter's final moments.
Did she want me? Was she scared? Did she see those gunshots coming? Did you shoot her while she was trying to get away? Did she scream for help? Did she beg you to stop? Did you see in her face when she realized she was shot the first time? What was her last words? Did you stay and watch my baby die? How long did she suffer? Did you watch the life leave from her beautiful hazel eyes?
The verdict brought with it 2 life sentences, but for Briasia's mother, it could never bring closure. How was someone like Henry allowed around children in any capacity? For some offenders, especially those convicted as juveniles. Restrictions may lessen over time. His previous conviction for a third-degree SA at age 17 may not have included lifetime restrictions. It's also possible that Dinkins did not fully disclose his history to Aishia. Being that he was the father of her son, DL, Aishia may have believed he posed no risk to Briasia. Will we ever fully understand what Briasia went through? While the trial and investigation provided some insights into the events leading to her death, many details about her final moments remain unknown. Though her life was tragically cut short, Breasia Terrell's story continues to inspire a community to be ever watchful. If you or someone you know is affected by this or a similar story, please seek support. This is your reminder to stay vigilant and that together we can make a difference.